manipulators don't like it when their tactics stop working. Don't give manipulators ammunition. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, subscribe. Last video, I showed you how to spot manipulation using active listening. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact words you can use to shut down manipulation without being rude or jeopardizing relationships. Because sometimes the manipulator is your boss, your family member, or someone you just can't avoid. Knowing someone is manipulating you, being able to spot someone is manipulating you, and actually responding to that manipulation effectively are two different skills. You don't want to be rude, you don't want to escalate things, but you also can't let people just walk all over you. So today, I'm giving you the exact playbook for responding to manipulators, responding to manipulation in a way that protects you whilst keeping your relationships intact. Let me start with a story. Imagine Sandra. Sandra was dealing with her boss who kept manipulating her to work late. Her boss said things like, "Sandra, I know you're supposed to leave at 5, but this client presentation is critical. Everyone else on the team is staying late. I really need you to stay late as well, someone I can count on." So did you hear the manipulation? There was the guilt trip about everyone else in the team staying late. There was the pressure about being reliable and the artificial urgency. If you watched the last video, learned about the shield method, your alarms should be going off about now. So here's what Sandra used to do. She'd feel guilty and just stay and work late. But after sessions with me, here's what she did instead. Sandra said, "I understand this feels urgent to you. Help me understand why. What's the specific deadline? What happens if we tackle this first thing tomorrow morning instead?" She didn't say no rudely. She didn't get defensive, but she also didn't just roll over. She used what we're going to call the clarify and redirect technique. After using this technique, Sandra's boss said, well, the client isn't expecting it until Thursday, but I just wanted to get ahead of things. Sandra said, "That makes sense. Since we have until Thursday, I can prioritize this first thing tomorrow. Will 9 a.m. work for you to review my progress?" And just like that, the emergency disappeared, because here's the secret. When you respond calmly and ask for specifics, most manipulation is going to crumble. Now, I'm going to give you 5 specific techniques that you can use to respond to manipulation. These work if it's your boss, your family, or even salespeople. When someone keeps pushing after you've said no, just repeat your boundary calmly. Don't explain, don't justify, just repeat. So the manipulator might say, "Come on, just this once." You're going to say, "I understand you're disappointed, but my answer is still no." The manipulator might say, "Come on, everyone else is doing it." You're going to say, "I understand you're disappointed, but my answer is still no." No anger, no explanations the manipulator can argue with, just plain and simple no. Don't give manipulators ammunition. The more you explain your reasons, the more the manipulator can argue with them. So don't say things like, I can't do that because my car needs to be repaired and I have to feed my kids and I'm saving for vacation. Don't justify yourself. Just say, no, I can't do that. See the difference. Less information means fewer angles for the manipulator to attack. Acknowledge their feelings without agreeing to their demands. This is huge when it comes to family manipulation. So you may have a family member who guilt trips you, who says things like, I guess I'll just spend Christmas alone since no one wants to be with me. You can respond by saying, I can hear that you're feeling lonely. That sounds really hard. Let's talk about solutions that might help. You validated the emotion, but you didn't take the bait. Now you can have a real conversation with them about solution. This method we saw with Sandra. Ask for specifics and then offer alternatives that work for you. So in the case of salesperson, they might say you have to decide right now, this offer won't last. You can respond by saying, help me understand what specifically happens if I decide tomorrow rather than today. You'll notice that most artificial urgency disappears when you ask for specifics. Sometimes the best response is removing yourself from the situation entirely. So if the manipulator starts getting really pushy or aggressive, you can say, I can see this is really important to you. Let me think about it and get back to you tomorrow. And then you want to leave. Don't argue. Don't explain. Just exit gracefully. This gives you time to think without pressure. Now, here's what nobody talks about. Manipulators don't like it when their tactics stop working. They might get angry. They might escalate, or they might try and make you feel guilty for being difficult. They might guilt trip you. You can take this as a good sign. It means your boundaries are actually working, but you need to be prepared for it. And if someone starts getting aggressive or angry when you start trying to set boundaries, if someone starts emotionally blackmailing you, you can take that as a sign that they're not a good person for you to have in your life. Limit your contact with them as much as possible. You may have heard people say things like, you've changed. Fine, I guess I'll figure it out myself. You're being really selfish right now. Or there might just be outright anger. They might start smashing things up. Here's how you want to respond. Stay calm. Don't defend yourself. Remember, you're not being mean. You're being healthy. You can say, I understand you're frustrated. My boundaries aren't negotiable, but I'm happy to discuss other solutions. And as I said, if they aren't prepared to do that, you can take that as a sign that they're not someone you want around. Sometimes you just need to address the manipulation directly. If someone keeps trying to manipulate you, you can say, I notice you keep using urgency to make me decide quickly. That makes me want to slow down and think even more carefully. That urgency makes me wonder if something is off about this situation. This is called naming the game. You're pointing out the tactic without attacking the person personally. It often stops manipulation immediately because manipulators operate under the radar. Okay, so here's a challenge for you. Pick a technique and practice it, not necessarily with a manipulator, just in general conversations. used a broken record technique with a persistent salesperson, used an information diet when someone asks why you can't do something, used a graceful exit when you need time to think. And the more you practice these techniques when the stakes are low, the easier they become to use when the stakes are high. Drop a comment below, let me know which technique are you going to try first. Now, if you want to go even deeper into this stuff, I have a couple of books that may interest you. The first book is called Hypnotic Conversations, The Art of Everyday Influence. That will enable you to become a confident communicator and understand a lot of these tactics that manipulators might use. The second book is called The Dark Psychology Defense Toolkit. That will help you to deal with dark psychology at all levels, from narcissists and manipulators in your life to government propaganda. So check the description for both of them. But if you master the 5 techniques I've spoken about in this video, you'll be amazed at how much more respect you get in your relationships. If you've liked this video, found it useful, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. If you know someone that could benefit from watching this video, share it with them. Thank you for watching and see you next time.